Cool. All right, cool. I think this is working. All right, so we're gonna do just a quick install of the HiBean, the brand new unit. Let me check this out here real quick. Let me get this screen a little bit bigger. So basically, got a brand new ESP32, and you're thinking about you wanting to install it on your new Skywalker V1. I'll kind of go through the whole process with you. It's pretty easy actually. So first thing to do is grab one of these. This is just like your standard ESP32S3. Right, a little small little thing right there. You could go on our website. It's skywiki.coffee. And then what you want kind of to look for is just look for HiBean, and it should pop up like the firmware installation. And then instructions are pretty easy. Just go ahead and scroll down. What you want to do is first you want to just let's see, where is it at? Right here, get the bin file, download that first. I think I downloaded like several times, but download like that. And then once you do that, you want to go to ESP Home. And then this is where the part where you plug it in. So grab this. Depending on the ESP32, you might have to hold the boot button, which for this one would be on this side. It'll say boot. You want to hold it down and then plug it in, and I'll put it into like the debug mode or bootloader mode or whatever. So you put that in. So what you want to do is you want to look for something called USB JTAG debug unit, which is basically your ESP32. Click on there, hit connect. Next thing you want to do is hit install, choose file, and then your bin file. Then you hit open, and then you hit install. And then you wait. You wait. So we try to make this as easy as we can, just so you don't have to do any soldering, don't have to buy any extra like breakout boards. Just quickly install it behind your V1. So let's go ahead. We'll go back here. Let me turn this camera on. Good. All right. So I unplugged it. I'm just going to throw it right in the back where this controller is. And then plug it right in here. I got this little USB-C to USB-A male-to-male adapter, but you can use just a regular cable as well. Plug it in. It should start blinking. So now let's look at the HiBean app. Well, that's going on. So wherever you have the HiBean app, it's either on the store or iOS store or whatever they're called. So find it there. Alt F. So let me delete this. All right, so this is what it looks like when you open it up for the first time. What you want to do next is hit add device. Go ahead, search for TC4 protocol, Skywalker. And it should come up as ESP32 Sky Command BLE. You just hit add. Good, paired. Then you hit complete. Sometimes they'll say connection failed, so you might have to like reconnect it. So usually it's like 1 or 2 times I hit reconnect, and then I'll hit go to device. And before you set up, you have a choice between manual roasting and auto roasting. So auto roasting, you have heat power tracking and bean temp, but we don't have PIDs on there yet. So, but we're gonna do manual roasting, right? This is our first time. So, you know, you could put the coffee bean you're gonna use, and then, or in the weight you can use, or the weight you're gonna put in. So maybe you're doing a Sweet Maria bag, which is usually 460 grams, but always measure it. You can just hit start manual roasting and you'll get a screen like this. So you want to make sure that everything's working, so you can actually go back and hit exit, and you could go to quick control, and you could just have this, you know, use to turn on the fan. You could probably hear that. Oh, the mic on there. Or you could do, make sure the drum turns on. And then heater. Good. And cooling fan. Just do preliminary check. Then you can go to device. Go to device, and then hit start manual roasting. Let me close this off a little bit. All right, so you're all ready to roast. And that's pretty much basically the installation of HiBean. It's really simple, only a few things you need, just an ESP32 and an Android tablet or even an iOS tablet. I think it's on the iOS store right now. So, and also I'm recording this too, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put it online in case you guys want to go over this. But that's pretty much just the gist of installing it. Really simple, really easy. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna roast something with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play with this app for a little. So let's see, let me get, okay. Make sure I put the tray in. There it is. Where are my beans? Oh, there they are. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is do Timor-Leste, Latofo, Manolo. We'll try this out. camera. There we go. So let's warm this up. So I'm gonna do preheat. Turn the heater on. Heat's on. I'll put it to 85. Get the fan going. I could turn the drum on. Oh, I forgot to blow out all the... Put the heater back on. Oh shit, whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Damn it, okay. Oh man. Guess I have to record that again. Well, it was worth a shot. I should have really recorded it. I don't know. Ouch. Well, it says everything's working. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I should untilt that. wonder if I disconnect. Maybe that works. Disconnect quietly? OBS virtual camera. I'll record it. I'll put up the recording later. All right, so let's see. Let's enlarge this. I'm gonna move this to the side right here. So sloppy. Take the monitor off. Guess I should let it warm up a bit. So usually I do like a 5-minute warm up, nothing crazy. Do a little 5-minute warm up. I don't know how long we've been on for. So I already did start preheating. So I'm gonna turn the heater back on, 85. I'm gonna dump this in. It's around 460 grams of bean. Let's put that in. Did I close the door? Oh, fuck. There you go. I closed the door. All right. As you can tell, some of the beans fell through because I didn't close the door. And I probably should put this back in. There we go. hang this up. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's lame. I forgot to hit charge. It sucks. Whatever. Messed this up. Usually it does auto charge. Well, whatever. We're at the dry end, so I'm gonna hit dry end. Those numbers are gonna be all screwed up on this one. I think it's another feature that we should probably do is fixing your first or charge time, or at least fixing where it goes. I definitely messed up on that. There's first crack. I'll have to regraph this one later. I'm gonna drop this stop. Cooling fan on. Stop. Drop. All right, I'm gonna do another roast because I fucked that one up. I forgot that I set auto charge off. So let's go look through the settings and see if we could do that. I'm supposed to stir this around. I'll turn the drum off. Yeah, this one's all fucked up. This is all messed up. Let's I'm gonna put this on a big screen. All right, so we'll kind of go through the interface as well. So we could do complete log, kind of go through it. Put the weight in. I'm gonna just put the information in. I'm using my keyboard. Usually Timor-Leste. Oh, the green bean name. Letifoho Manulo. So Timor. Is that not a... Former Indonesia prize. Oh, I guess they don't have it. I'll have to add that in. Or we just put Asia? Or Indonesia? No. I gotta fix this later. There you go. We'll put it in Indonesia for now. Don't know that. Oh, fuck. All right. I should have hit add. I didn't hit add like an idiot. Then you hit add. Roast level. Come on. Let me get my color meter. Ugh. I gotta grind it. I'll do that later. And then for roast notes, fix timings, because I messed up on the timings. It's still pretty hot. And this is why the internal cooling sucks. It doesn't do a really good job. Beans are still cooling off. I think it's been several minutes, so it's a little upsetting. All right, go back. We complete the log, hit exit. And then things you can do is kind of look up your past roasts. Maybe set up a roast profile. And then there's green bean management. Those are my past curves. A lot of testing. They can store up all your curves. You can look over them. You can do like different ways of filtering. So normal, just curve smoothing. You can look at past roast profile. You can set that up too if you want to have it in the background. You could do select a reference curve. You could choose one of your past curves. So we'll try this one. You could say you want to redo that one. Loads it up for you. You can look down, all the points, charge points, turning points, see where everything happened, where your first crack was at, where your drop was at. So we'll say we'll load up that profile. And you can come into here, go to device, auto roasting, and then you got choices like heat power tracking and then bean temp. We don't have the PID set up for this yet. That's more to come later. We could do auto tagging. It's like, oh, I want to do this profile. Then you could do, oh, we'll start auto roasting. Good. We'll just skip that. I'm going to check my settings here. Oh, different kind of curves. You could have like a recommended curve, a very sensitive curve where you can see all the hills and peaks. But, you know, you gotta smooth it out. Or even make it real smooth, but I'll do recommended. Heat and power adjustments, they go by 5. You know, if you do it by 1, it's not going to do anything. They only adjust if it goes by increments of 5. So turn off heater after drop. You want to do that. Turn off fan. No, we want to keep the fan on. Turn off drum. After drop. I want to do that. Oh no, we don't do that. We have to keep the drum going. Yes, turn on cooling fan after drop. That's one I want to do. Then I'm going to hit up auto mark. Then no need to auto drop. You can do soak settings. I haven't done much with soak settings. Let's do another roast when this is all done. Yeah, this is all cooled off now. came out okay. Pretty light. I'll put it on the roast meter later, and we'll see what it's like. I'll put these in my little storage container. I also need to open the garage. Right. Now let's do an accurate roast, not the stupid shit I did. So let me go and close this real quick. So after each roast, make sure to empty out your chaff. There it is. Probably get one of these too. Just like a little air blower. I got a little vacuum too. Ugh. Quick control. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Good. Turn that fan off. All right, let's try another bean. Let me do this right this time. This time we're going to do a Burundi dry process. More beans. And I'll get a scale. Let me get a scale. Okay, got my handy dandy scale right here. So 459 grams. So let's go ahead, put HiBean back on. So we'll go to device. We'll do another manual roast, and then coffee bean this time, we'll add one. This will be the Burundi dry process. Burundi. I should just call Gahahe. That's the name of the bean. Origin. B. Burundi. Confirm. Okay, we'll hit add. And then let's go ahead and we will do start roasting, start manual roasting. Get this right there. Right. So I'm gonna hit start preheating. Let's do 80, put the fan on. We'll warm it back up. Make sure, yep, make sure that's going on. If you don't mind, we'll let that run for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just play something in the background so I don't go crazy. So right now I'm just gonna wait till it goes up in temp to maybe like 200 degrees Celsius. A lot of flickering with this light. I'm gonna turn this light off. There we go. Put this back in. Sorry. Turn that down. push this back. Roaster very hot. All right, so yeah, we're reaching there. 176, 175. Might lower my fan temps. And I don't have any like set values. You kind of just do whatever you want to do when it comes to roasting. Just as long as you don't burn down the house down, it should be fine. But if you want to, you know, depending on the bean, if you want to start at a higher charge temp, you could get it up to 215 if you want, and then steady down. You could. I just don't recommend putting your bulb at 100%. It's a lot of it's pretty hard on the bulb or on the heater lamp. So, but I think if you want to do a charge temp of 215, 200, it's always good to experiment. Yeah, I just like telling people what exactly to do, because then it's gonna be like, oh, it's recommended at only 200. I'm like, no, you could charge temp at whatever you want. But people always recommend 200, so I'll do 200. And there's also theories like you could do it depending on the beam and the density and things like that. So, all right, we're hitting 205. I'm just gonna drop these in. All right, I'm gonna turn the drum on. Well, that's new. Oh, there's a bean stuck somewhere. You hear that scraping noise? I'm about to readjust the drum. When you hear that kind of scraping noise, you more than likely have a loose drum. So there's 3 bolts in the back that you need to like fix. Oh my Jesus Christ, I'm at 219. Wasn't paying attention. We'll drop it down a bit. We'll let it warm up a little more. Or cool off. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit. And found a new error. So why does that heater not want to turn off all the way? I'll unplug it. Interesting. All right. The heater is just on a little bit. There's a little bit of light coming out. So this is one of those moments I didn't install a fan on this, but it's slightly lit. So I'm just going to go ahead and unplug it. I'm going to let it cool off. I haven't had a thermal runaway event in a long time. So this definitely needs a fan on the thyristor, which I'm a huge proponent of. I haven't put it on this one yet because I haven't opened up the back. So I'm gonna plug it back in. Just restart the HiBean app. Works. Good. Yeah, Eric. I think this is perfect. This is awesome because like I've been waiting for a thermal runaway issue to kind of occur on its own, and this is one of those moments where it has actually happened to me, and I didn't install the fan. So it's kind of neat. Neat in the sense that we know how to like kind of problem solve, right? You know, check the bulb, open it up, see what's going on, evacuate the beans if you have to. If you got to throw away beans, that's fine. I'd rather throw away beans than throw away my whole house. So, you know, fire extinguisher's right there if anything happens. And then also just the plug you could pull out. Best thing to do. But yeah, and this is why people are saying, you know, if you're back-to-back roasting, you need to have either the unit cool down or you need to install a fan to the heatsink. So I think this is a great, like a little learning lesson. So perfect. Now on a roast. So we'll try that. Let's see if it happens again. I don't mind if these beans get all burnt up. It's cool. So let's try it again. Go to device, start manual roast. We're at 167. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heater on. Check the bulb. There it is. I'm going to turn the fan on. The fan is good for the bulb. Let me turn this, let me put back HiBean on to its, there you go, that setting. Good, bright, bulb's on. Turn the drum on. But I'll admit, I think there's safety relays in there that kind of diminish the bulb's intensity when it was on. Usually before, when the V1 would go into thermal runaway, it'd go like 100% to the bulb and it would stay on and you couldn't control it. So those safety relays and all that kind of stuff kind of, it looks like it does diminish the intensity of the bulb. All right, I'll start adding it at 200. Charge. There, I did it. I remembered to decharge. So right now what you're seeing is kind of like definitely the differences between beans, right? So the first bean I put in here, what's the background curve, is the Leunian bean. Right now I put the Burundi dry processed Gahahi, and you could tell it's just wildly different how the beans react. So you can't exactly use the same profile all the time because it's not all beans are the same. So I'm just gonna just things you can see. Let's go open up. You don't have to see all this boring stuff. Let's open up the screen full tilt. Alright, so I'm gonna go and adjust the temp. So things to look at, there's a section where it says expected yellowing, so it's anticipating that it's going to yellow at 159 point, 2 degrees Celsius. Oops. That's fine. And if you want, you can always, look into the bean. And it kind of looks like we already hit, that dry phase, because you could tell that there's no green. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit dry end. And I think I was expecting it because I thought it was a Leunian bean. So I'm decreasing the temp. I noticed that there is like a little went up a little bit. Now I want to bring it back down. You kind of want that declining ROR, which is that yellow line. And it's not critical. Like someone would probably say, that's a flick and a crash. You're going to taste that. I don't think you can taste shit. It'll be fine. If someone tells you they can taste how many flicks and crashes you have, I think they're full of shit. But that's just me. I think they don't help maybe with the roast if there's too many of them, but I don't think it like ruins the roast. Now I'm trying to calculate the next first crack, or when first crack is going to happen. Checking things out, see what the curve looks like. It kind of creeping up, so I'll probably drop the temp down just a little bit. do small changes. And this is your first time roasting. Don't change the fan all over the place. Keep the fan one constant thing, right? The more things you change, the more you're not going to be able, like, oh, how did this, you know, what affected the flavor? I kept changing all these I kept modulating either the fan or the heater. Just change one. Is usually the best bet when you're first doing it, until you get a better hang of it. Kind of flatlining, so I want to drop down the heat a little bit, so I'll bring it down to 60. So that was like our first crack. Expected to hear first crack at this time, supposedly, so we'll see. There it is. I hear first crack, so I'm gonna hit first crack button. And if it's first time roasting, first crack is not... Sweet Maria has a really good audio sample of when you can hear first crack. First crack is not like pop. Pop. It's usually like pop, 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 pop. Very faint little crackles, like a campfire. So first crack happened. This is where you can kind of affect the development phase. We are going to affect the development phase by how much time you want to have it be in first crack. If you want it really dark, you go to, you could try bring it up to second crack. But for this, I like to usually bring it like a minute and 30 seconds after, first crack. That's my go-to. You probably could do it at different times, but it's all up to you. Oh. So I see that, about a minute and 30 seconds encroaching. I'm gonna pull the beans out, hit drop, turns on the cooling fan. All right. And if you haven't upgraded your, if you kept it stock, your bean cooling fan, you're gonna have to kind of move it around. Okay, so you just move that around. It does a pretty poor job of cooling off the beans, which is why a lot of people are starting to just reverse the fans. So instead of sucking air out, it's going to blow air in. So usually the air is going out that way. You flip the fans, the air goes this way, and it's shown to cool a lot faster going that way. But it can cool off within under 5 minutes, which is usually like the recommended time. Cool off your beans within 5 minutes. The faster the better, supposedly, although people can argue that if you do it too fast, something bad happens, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so, and usually you want to cool your beans to touch, right? So obviously that's too hot. I'll probably close this. Not the prettiest curve, but it's a curve. So I'm going to let that cool off. Let's go ahead and just complete the log. 16.3 development time. So we measured at like, I'm gonna change this weight. It was 459. Okay, 459. Oh, well, that was cooled off a lot faster. Definitely helps to agitate the beans. So I usually do a cool to touch. So I'm going to measure this. So that's tiered with that. These are about the same weight. So 395. Okay, that looks good. It's a agave, roast level. We'll put that in later. So it's about 13.9% weight loss. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what it is. So check out all these cool little values you want to nerd out on roasting. And then yeah, once you're done, you hit exit. And that's it. Now, if you want to go back and you have, say you bought like, what, 20 pounds worth of that bean, and you're like, oh, I really, really like that roast. I want to do it again. So we'll go to auto roasting. Then you could say, I want to change my reference curve. Let's do it for the one I just did right now. So I'm going to do the gahahe again. So you hit that, you confirm. It brings it back, and you go, okay. But I don't remember what I did in terms of how I modulated the fan, the heat, jump, all these little nuanced things I did. Maybe I did something fancy, who knows. But then you could just hit start auto roasting. So, it says, ensure that the heat, power, and airflow are set to 0 before auto roasting. And then the auto roasting process will start after, so when you start roasting, that's when it starts the auto roasting process. Just don't mess with any of the heat or the air. So obviously if you mess with that, then I think it turns right back into auto roast or to manual roast. Yeah, and so pretty much this will follow the background curve. So let's say start preheating. I wonder if I turn all that stuff on. So let's say charge and hit start auto roasting. So you notice that thing that said start auto roasting, that's when it started. So let's look at that again. Stop the roast, exit, turn all those features off. Let's do it again. Go to device, heat power tracking, start auto roasting. I know. Start to preheat. So let's say you preheated to 200. Have your fan on. I usually keep it at 75, so we'll keep it at 75 or 80. And then once you're, oh, I'm already warmed up and I feel like I'm ready. So you got to 200. And then, you know, you hit charge. And right there, start auto roasting. So now it's going to do everything on its own. So you just leave it alone. You don't have to babysit as much. I think so. I think you could hit it to 0. But then also you... This says go to device, start auto roasting. I know. So you said set to 0, right? The only thing is they don't give you the option for 0. So probably have to fix that in the literature, but because you still have to preheat it. So you want to preheat this to 200. It's not going to preheat it by itself. So then you hit charge. There. Then it hits all auto. I know, as I said, yo, you can't bring it all to 0. So maybe they just want you to leave it alone. I mean, you still got to preheat it to 200. So let's stop it again. Stop, confirm. I've never used auto roast yet, but a lot of people said they had good success with it. Let's try it again. So go to device, you hit auto roast, put all your information in, start auto roasting. Okay, because you're right, it does say, ensure that the power and airflow are set to 0 during the auto roasting process. Okay. So if I start preheating, and it's only at like 159, I want it at 200. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to adjust that. Let's get to my idea. I'm going to let it preheat, like I said. Oh, there we go. Oh! Okay, see how it disconnected? I'm just very happy that the code worked for that. Usually if it disconnects, it's done. But the code I put in there to reconnect it, I'm feeling a little proud right now because it worked. Hopefully it works again. So hit the drum. I'm going to put all 3 of these suckers on. And then I'm going to leave this off. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what happens. We're just going to leave the heater on, okay? And let's hit charge. Should say auto. Okay, so it automatically goes there. And it adjusts. Okay. They probably need to change that from 0 to just after preheat, do not touch anymore. Because I think as soon as I touch it, there you go. Okay. So at least it warns you. So let's hit confirm. Let's end that. We're just going to keep playing with this. So yet again, just go to device. So start auto roasting. All right, so start preheat. So when you start preheat, you know, put these settings on. I'll intentionally keep them low so you can see the auto charge change. So, all right, we're already warming up. We're warming up to 200. I'll keep the drum off for noise sake, but, you know, probably a good idea to turn your drum. Actually, I wouldn't know if it's good because this is not a convection roaster. This is a radiation roaster, so it doesn't matter how hot the drum is. It doesn't matter how the radiation from the lamp gets to the beans. But whatever. I'll turn it off for now. So, so I put it to 80. I put it to 60. So I'm all set up for auto charge or auto roast. So I'm gonna hit charge, and as long as it says auto, 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 give it a few seconds and it turns on. Then you leave it alone. I'm definitely gonna play with this later because I just bought like 10 pounds of geisha beans and I want to like dial in a roast and then use this profiling system and see how well it works. And also at the same time I need to implement the PID within this too. So that's another thing I got to do. But for now, this is basically how you use it. It's working fine. I did a few rows. I feel like all the code I've written in there seems to be stable. Let me know though if you do run into an issue or it disconnects and it can't come back. I'll try my best to fix it, but I'm not a professional coder. I actually work in the medical field, so this is all kind of new to me. I did take a course in Visual Basic. It's pretty fucking useless, but yeah, let me know if you have any issues, any concerns. Let me know anything we could change, like that thing, like Eric was saying. Yeah, you know, it says to set it to 0. You just have to leave it alone, and then I'll do auto roast on its own. So at least we know that. And yeah, you're already part of the beta testing. But yeah, even target temp doesn't do anything. We won't mess with that, but all right. Yeah, if you have any issues, concerns, I actually have like 5 of these ESP32s. If you want one and you feel like, you know, putting the bin file into ESP Home was a little too difficult for you, DM me on Discord and I'll send you one for free. I got 5, so I'll send 5 out. I mean, they're cheap as chips. I just want more people to use HiBean because I think it's a great app. But I'm definitely not paid for this. Matter of fact, I think I'm a whole lot of roasting debt for a hobby. But yeah, if you want one, let me know. Just DM me on Discord, or you know, find me on Facebook. There's a Facebook group that I'm into, so if you find me there, just like, hey, do you think I could get one of those units? I have 5, and I'll upload it to you, and I'll send it to you bare. Oh, I'll print out a case. I'll print out a 3D printed case for you, so you can put it in, and then you just have to handle your own USB-C. Okay, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, just let me know if it can be used with V2 yet. I don't know. It's the thing is, I don't have a unit yet. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't have the V2s yet. They're actually 8 hours away from me at a port in a place called Long Beach. So once I get that, I know there's a Bluetooth module within the unit, and it talks to Artisan. So I already know that the protocol it uses, it has to be TC4, unless they made up their own protocol, which doesn't make any sense. But once I figure, you know, decode that, I should be able to get it on fairly well. It just kind of depends on how good that Bluetooth module is. The only thing for V2 is I know that if it's a Bluetooth Classic, like Bluetooth model, not a BLE, it won't be compatible with iOS until, yet again, we figure out a workaround for that. So the protocol changed from V1 to V2. V2 has a little bit of more in-depth protocol because it deals with PID. So like set points are added to the protocol now to send it back and forth. So we yet again have to get a logic analyzer to kind of like see what's going on, what packets are sending back and forth, and are they still doing it the same way they were before, where it was like they're sending 6 bytes out or 7 bytes back and forth to the roaster, we pretty much just got to figure out what that stupid little tablet that they have, what it sends to the roaster. And then I think once we can figure out what that is, then we can have it work on V2. It really just depends on when one of us gets the V2. I'll be probably the first one to get it. And I'm hoping that'll work just fine. I'm not sure how much I'll like the V2, but we'll see. A lot of the stuff you can do to the V2, a lot of stuff are considered the upgrades of the V2, you can literally do on a V1. And now that we have ESP32, it makes PID a lot more reasonable, if that makes any sense. Because now we have a dual core processor handling temperature, and then one core is doing PID, the other core is doing all the logic. So I think that'll be better, and especially with how HiBean is interfacing with it, it's been really nice for someone who's hasn't really coded for profession, it was really easy to put it on HiBean. So, and that's because of the TC4 protocol, which is why it's so important. But yeah, as far as will it work with the V2? I'm pretty sure it will. We just gotta have the person figure out how to like communicate with it, and that might take a few months, hopefully days. I've never reverse engineered anything before, so hopefully I'll call Jmore to help me reverse engineer this this new tablet that they have. Because honestly, it looks like just a really cheap tablet. Like, you know, Kaleido has their tablet, and then god damn, this thing's bulky. So Kaleido has their tablet. If you want to run one of their machines, and you pay extra $200 if you want to have Artisan on it. Yeah, it's complete bullshit. So I'm not a fan of that. And they're kind of doing the same way with the V2, where it's it has its own little tablet, but they don't use any kind of significant encoding or decoding of their protocol. So I'm just hoping it's still the same as before. I'll make it a lot faster and a lot easier. But if you know anyone who knows how to reverse engineer anything, send them to our Discord, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Any other questions? I am going to head out. I got to pick up my kid, and then I got to do laundry, and then I got to do dad stuff. I roasted quite a lot of beans, and I think this is going to last me for a while. The only problem when you're doing this hobby is there's so much freaking beans, I can't drink them all. So I have to end up giving them away. I say that as I buy like 20 pounds worth of geisha beans and another 20 pounds, or another 10 pounds worth of beans from one of our admins on Discord. So there's a lot of pit testing that's going to be going on soon. I just have to implement it a little bit better. But stay tuned. Probably a little bit big changes. We found ESP32 that will work with the V1 without having to use a converter. So that's going to be really nice. A logic level converter. But yeah. Anyways, any questions, concerns? If you burn down your house, I'm sorry. I can't put, yeah, this is all at your own risk, right? So, but you know what to do now if you do burn down your house, or almost about to burn down your house. Just follow the steps. Unplug it is the best thing you can do. See if the bulb is still on even when you turn it off. Suffocate it. I don't know, find a blanket you could just throw over to some bitch and then suffocate it that way, or use a fire extinguisher to turn it off. I'm just saying this because I already worked on 2 units that had a fire and obviously got away with them because they didn't know what to do. But hopefully that now that you saw the how the thermal runaway happened, you'll be better equipped. So I'm sorry if you do burn down your house though. Not to be funny at all, that kind of sucks. It's terrifying. So just, you know, roast safely. Don't leave it unattended. Just because it's a wireless HiBean tablet doesn't mean you should walk around and take a dump. For some reason you wanted to take a poop while you're roasting. Just stay by your roaster and make sure it doesn't catch on fire. Definitely a lot of ways. And empty out your chaff tray. Okay? All right. Take care. Thank you. And we'll see you later. Bye.